everyone, and welcome back to Miss English Podcast, the place where learning English feels simple, friendly, and enjoyable. I'm Chloe, and I'm very happy to have you with us today.
Hello, Chloe, and hello to all our amazing listeners from different countries around the world. We're so glad you're spending some time with us. Today is a perfect day to practice English together.
It really is, Ethan. I feel very positive and energetic today. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling quite good, thank you, Chloe. I'm a little busy with work, but I feel calm and happy at the same time.
That's nice to hear. Being busy can be a good thing. It usually means you're active and doing useful things.
Exactly. But before we start today's lesson, we have a small favor to ask our listeners.
Yes, if you enjoy listening to Miss English Podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to press the like button. It really supports our work and helps more learners find our podcast.
Also, please share this episode with your friends, classmates, or family members. Learning English is always more fun when we learn together.
That's very true. All right, Chloe, I'm ready. What is our topic for today?
Today, we're talking about a very useful and practical topic. We're going to talk about daily routines.
Daily routines. Those are the things we do every day, right?
Yes, exactly. From the time you wake up in the morning until the time you go to sleep at night. We'll talk about a full day step by step.
That's a great topic. Everyone has a daily routine, and the vocabulary is very helpful for real-life English.
I agree. Let's imagine a typical day for many people, and let's begin at the start of the day, the morning.
The morning. The sun rises, the sky gets brighter, and the day begins.
Yes, but before anything else, you're still in bed. So, what usually happens first?
For me, my alarm clock starts ringing. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh no, the alarm clock. I really don't like that sound.
Me neither, but we have to wake up. So first, you wake up, and then you open your eyes.
After that, you get up. You stand up and leave your bed.
Right. Wake up, then get up. Those are two very important phrases.
After I get up, I usually go to the kitchen. I really need my morning coffee to feel awake.
Coffee is very popular in the morning. Some people prefer tea instead.
While you drink your coffee or tea, you might eat a light breakfast, like bread, eggs, fruit, or cereal.
A quiet morning at home can feel very peaceful. It helps you prepare your mind for the day.
But for many people, mornings are not quiet. They are busy, especially if you have children.
That's true. If you have a son or a daughter, you need to help them get ready.
You help them put on their clothes, prepare their school bag, and make their lunch.
And then it's time to take them to school.
Yes, many people call this the school run. Walking is healthy, but sometimes you're in a hurry, so driving is faster.
At the school gate, you say goodbye and wish them a good day.
And after that, your workday begins.
Yes, now it's time to go to work. This part of the day is called your commute.
Commute means traveling from your home to your workplace.
Some people drive, some take a bus, and others use the train or subway.
You arrive at work, greet your coworkers, and sit at your desk.
And very often, the day starts with a meeting.
Yes, the morning meeting, an important part of many workdays. Ethan, can I ask you something? How do you feel about meetings at work? Do you enjoy them?
That depends. If the meeting is short and clear, I don't mind it at all, but very long meetings can feel tiring.
That makes sense. So, what usually happens in a meeting?
Well, most of the time, the manager or team leader starts by talking. Then we listen carefully and talk about our work projects.
So, it's a time to share information and make plans together.
Yes, exactly. We discuss ideas, talk about problems, and plan what we need to do for the rest of the week.
That sounds useful. Meetings help people listen and speak in a professional way.
They do. And of course, there is usually more coffee involved.
Of course, coffee helps people stay awake and focused.
Coffee is definitely the energy fuel for meetings.
After a few hours of working, typing, talking, and thinking, it's time for one of the best moments of the day.
Let me guess, lunchtime?
Yes, exactly. It's finally time for lunch.
Lunch is very important. You need food to keep your energy up for the rest of the day.
And lunch is also a nice break from work. I like to go out for lunch with my coworkers.
Eating with friends from work is fun. You can relax and enjoy the moment.
Yes, and we usually don't talk about work during lunch.
That's true. We talk about life, hobbies, family, and funny stories.
We laugh a lot, and it helps our brain rest in the middle of the day.
Exactly. Maybe we eat something simple, like a sandwich, soup, or a fresh salad.
After lunch, you feel lighter, happier, and ready to continue your day.
So after lunch, you normally go back to work. But today, let's imagine something different.
Yes, let's imagine you have a special appointment in the afternoon.
An appointment, like visiting a doctor.
Kind of, but this appointment is with a nutrition expert.
A nutrition expert. That sounds interesting. What does that mean?
A nutrition expert is someone who understands food, health, and how eating habits affect your body.
Ah, I understand now. Like a food doctor.
Yes, exactly. A food doctor is a perfect way to explain it.
So you go there to learn how to eat better and feel healthier.
Yes, the nutrition expert helps you make better food choices.
That's a good idea. Sometimes we eat too much fast food or sweet snacks.
That's very true. The nutrition expert might say, eat more vegetables, enjoy fresh fruit, drink enough water.
And maybe they also say, don't eat too many cookies or cakes.
Exactly. It's all about balance and taking care of your body.
After the appointment, you feel motivated to live a healthier life.
Yes, and it feels good to take care of yourself.
Now the workday is finished. The sun is slowly going down.
It's time to go home. The evening commute begins.
The roads, buses, and trains are full of people going home.
You may feel tired, but you're also happy because work is over.
You open your front door, step inside, and take off your shoes.
You sit on the sofa for just 1 minute to relax.
Only 1 minute, because dinner time is coming.
That's right. So, Ethan, after your nutrition appointment, do you cook dinner or order food?
After that appointment, I think cooking at home is the best choice.
I agree. Home-cooked meals are usually healthier.
I might cook a warm soup or grilled chicken with vegetables.
That sounds delicious.
Dinner time is special. Everyone sits together at the table.
You talk about your day and listen to each other.
You can ask your child how school was, and they might say, "It was good," or "We played football."
It's a moment to connect and share.
After dinner, the dishes are washed and the kitchen is clean.
Now it's finally time to relax.
What do you like to do in the evening, Chloe?
I enjoy reading a book. It's quiet and calming.
That's lovely. Reading helps your mind slow down.
And what about you, Ethan?
I like watching a little TV, maybe a comedy show or a movie.
That helps you forget the stress of the day.
Yes, it really does.
But before going to bed, there's one last helpful habit.
Oh, what is it?
Planning for the next day.
Planning. But I'm already tired. Honestly, Chloe, right now all I want to do is sleep. I feel very tired.
I understand, Ethan. But don't worry, this next step is very small. It only takes about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? What do I have to do?
You can make a short list for tomorrow.
Ah, you mean a to-do list.
Yes, exactly. A simple to-do list. You write down the important things you need to do the next day.
Things like buying milk, calling a family member, or finishing a work task.
Yes, those are perfect examples. When you write these things down, your mind feels lighter.
That's true. When everything is on paper, I don't have to keep thinking about it.
Exactly. You don't worry, and you don't forget.
And that means I can sleep better.
Yes, a calm mind helps your body rest.
I really like that idea. A clear mind for a peaceful sleep.
So after that, you brush your teeth, wash your face, and get ready for bed.
You change into comfortable pajamas.
Then you get into your warm, soft bed.
You close your eyes, slow your breathing, and the day finally ends.
Wow, when we talk about it, it sounds like a very full day.
It really was. We did many things from morning to night.
Let's quickly review the main parts of the day we talked about.
Okay, First, we started with the morning at home, waking up and having coffee.
Then we talked about helping a child get ready and doing the school run.
After that came the commute to work and the morning meeting.
Then we enjoyed a relaxing lunch with friends.
Later, there was the health appointment to learn how to eat better.
Then the workday ended, and we went home for dinner with the family.
And finally, we relaxed in the evening, read a book or watched TV, and planned for tomorrow.
That sounds like a balanced and productive day.
It does. Talking about daily routines makes me realize something important.
What's that?
We use English all the time to describe simple actions.
That's true. Every action has a word.
Wake up, walk, drive, work, eat, cook, rest, sleep.
These are verbs, action words, and they are very useful for learners.
If you can describe your day, you can already speak a lot of English.
Exactly, and that's why we have a small challenge for our listeners.
Oh, I like challenges. What is it?
Try to describe your day in English.
Describe it how.
When you are doing something, say it in English in your mind.
So when I make coffee, I think, I am making coffee.
Yes, or when you walk to the bus, you think, I am walking to the bus.
That's a great idea. It helps you think in English naturally.
And you don't need to speak out loud if you don't want to.
But if you do want to speak, that's okay too.
Yes, maybe the shower is a good place to practice.
The shower is perfect. No one is listening.
Ethan, do you usually plan your day at night?
I try to. Sometimes I forget, but when I do plan, my next day feels better.
Why does it feel better?
Because I know what to do. I don't waste time thinking or feeling confused.
That makes sense. Planning helps you feel organized.
And I feel less stressed.
Stress is a big problem for many people.
A simple routine can really help reduce stress.
And spending time with friends helps too, like our lunch in this story.
Yes, work is important, but happiness matters too.
That's very true.
And health is important as well.
Yes, don't forget to eat your vegetables, everyone.
I will try. I promise.
Good. Well, I think we've talked about the whole day.
From the alarm clock in the morning to dreams at night.
It was lovely walking through the day with you.
It really was. I hope our listeners learn new words they can use in daily life.
I'm sure they did. And now we have reached the end of today's episode of Miss English Podcast.
Yes, the time went by so quickly. It really feels like it just started.
That always happens when we're enjoying ourselves and learning together.
Absolutely. But before we say goodbye, we have a small and important request for you.
If you enjoyed today's episode and you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to Miss English Podcast.
We are slowly building a friendly and supportive community of English learners.
And we would love for you to be a part of this learning journey with us.
Also, please share this episode with someone you know.
Maybe a friend, a family member, or a classmate who wants to improve their English.
This episode is especially helpful for anyone learning how to talk about daily routines.
And now, we have a question for you in the comment section.
Yes, we really enjoy reading your comments and hearing from you.
Today's question is simple but interesting.
What is your favorite part of the day?
Is it the quiet morning when everything feels calm?
Or maybe it's lunchtime when you eat and talk with friends.
Or do you enjoy the evening when you can relax at home?
Or maybe your favorite part of the day is sleeping.
That's a very popular answer.
Tell us in the comments. We want to learn about your daily life.
Writing comments is also a great way to practice your English.
Don't worry about mistakes. Making mistakes is part of learning.
Yes, this is a safe and friendly space for everyone.
We are all learning together, step by step.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
We really appreciate every listener from around the world.
You are doing a great job by practicing your English.
We hope you have a wonderful day or a peaceful night, wherever you are.
We look forward to seeing you again in the next episode.
Until then, take care and keep practicing.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye and see you soon.